had the idea to release the Peppa and Bluey movies on such close premiere dates is simply a genius, because that definitely didn't happen by accident. Peppa Pig and Bluey are two of the biggest cartoons in history, and because of that exactly, we can say that the Little Pink Pig and the Little Blue Dog would be the biggest rivals in the animation world. And with this extending to movie theaters, we can only imagine that the competition between the two of them is going to get bigger and bigger. There are a lot of similarities between the releases of the Peppa movie and the Bluey movie. And for sure, the first of them is the fact that both productions will, for the very first time, make their female protagonists step away from the famous 2D animation style, which is how standard cartoon formats are known, to become CGI animated versions of themselves. Don't you think it's a huge coincidence that as soon as the Peppa movie was confirmed to be in 3D, we got the exact same confirmation for the Bluey movie as well? And for those of you, like me, who prefer 2D cartoons, we have to admit that this is pretty much a trend for all hugely successful cartoons, that at some point ended up getting CGI animated versions, like what happened with Nickelodeon's Rugrats and Sonic, which were conventional animated series before and became 3D series. And in some recent cases, like SpongeBob SquarePants, which currently has both its regular series and a CGI animated series called Camp Coral being made at the same time. Because of this exactly, a lot of fans, both of Peppa and Bluey, believe that after the movies are released, there is a big chance that the 2D series will be made at the same time as CGI animated series for both cartoons. It would be more or less as if the Little Pink Pig and the Little Blue Dog each had two series for us to watch and follow. Even though they are similar right down to their animation formats, the way the Peppa and Bluey movies are being marketed and their trailers are completely different. Just to give you an idea, this is not the first time that fans of the Little Pig from England will go to the movies to watch something Peppa-related. That's because up until today, 5 cinematic experiences of the Little Pink Pig have already been released, with the first of them having been over 10 years ago, back in 2015. Unlike movies that run for 1 hour and 15 minutes or more, these theatrical releases generally had a runtime of about 1 hour, and they are not a single start-to-finish story, but rather several brand new special episodes. And between them on screen, real live-action hosts show up to talk to the audience, inviting the kids to sing, jump, and play along with the screen. So we can say that for real this time, this will be the actual first Peppa movie. And the same thing goes for Bluey, who up until today also doesn't have any movie or cinematic experience. Another difference involving the two movies is that what is known so far about the Little Pink Pig's animation is the result of leaks from someone who was inside a movie theater in China, secretly recorded it, and put it on YouTube. That was strictly forbidden. So much so that every single scene from the animation teaser that was on YouTube was completely removed. And that is why our video isn't showing any scenes either, since we don't want this video to get taken down too. In other words, up until this moment, no teaser or trailer for the Peppa movie has been officially shown to the Little Pigs fans. Now, in the case of the Bluey teaser, it was shown for the very first time at D23 in 2026, where Disney, which is the company that's going to distribute the movie, presented to the general public the first scenes of our female protagonists, Bluey and Bingo, in their CGI versions. A few minutes after that, the official Bluey and Disney YouTube channels themselves dropped the full version of the teaser for any fans who wanted to see it. And, at least so far, no video on our channel has been taken down.
Before we continue, just a quick heads up. If you also enjoy movies, series, and cartoons, click the subscribe button right now, alright?
There is also a major difference between the release dates of the Peppa and Bluey movies. And there's also a huge difference between the locations where the movies will be released. First, let's talk about where the movies will pop up. The Peppa movie, for now, as far as we know, will be shown in China first, since the company making the animation is from there, and there's a partnership with the owner of the Little Pink Pigs brand, Hasbro. After that, a few days later, the movie will be released in other countries. And that way, other people around the world will also have the chance to watch Peppa and George's feature film. The movie's release date is scheduled for August 24th, 2026. So there's a very big chance that by the time you're watching this video, the movie has already been released, and kids in China have already watched it, and you haven't. On the other hand, the Bluey movie is also going to be released in August, but of the following year, in 2027. And unlike the Peppa movie, its release is going to be worldwide all at once, since Disney is responsible for the movie's distribution on planet Earth. Besides that, probably 90 days after its theatrical premiere, the movie will be released on the Disney Plus streaming service. And 30 days after that, it'll start airing on the Disney television channels. That is to say, by Christmas 2027, millions of kids all over the world might have watched the Little Blue Dog's first movie. As you probably know, the Peppa movie's full name is Peppa Pig: Perfect Vacation. The story will focus on an amazing family trip, where the little pink pig and her family will, in some fun way, end up accidentally hopping into a hot air balloon and will end up landing in China, where they will visit the country's most important tourist attractions. We can see from the image that Peppa and George will be present, who were the only ones that appeared in the animated teaser that got deleted from YouTube. Besides that, we can see that Daddy and Mommy Pig will also be on this trip, which is normal, since kids should never travel alone, especially in a hot air balloon. And furthermore, Evie is also going to embark on this crazy trip. Even though she is hiding behind Grandma Pig's hat, we can see the character's little snout and little mouth, as well as her baby bottle right next to George. And in the back of the balloon, joining the adventure will be Grandma and Grandpa Pig, who are probably the ones steering the balloon with their experience. And in the background, if you look very closely, we can also see one more hidden character. Can you see a red airplane in the background? If you use a magnifying glass, you'll see that the one flying it is none other than Miss Rabbit. It's always her! And we can't forget to give an honorable mention to the kids' toys that are also embarking on this adventure: Teddy and Dinosaur. Although from the looks of it, at some point in the movie, George is going to lose his toy. Since the story will take place in China, who knows, maybe he'll end up getting a red toy dragon that Daddy Pig will score at the Chinese New Year festival to temporarily replace the dinosaur, until they manage to get back home. And now, let's talk about the possible story for the Bluey movie, which hasn't been confirmed yet but is based on real rumors. According to some theorists, the Healer family is going to embark on a road trip through the Australian outback, where they will discover and show amazing things that not even they knew existed in the land of kangaroos. Others believe that Bluey and her family are definitely going to travel, but it'll be to London, where Bandit and Chili first met, and where the little puppy sisters will have the chance to see Big Ben, on top of taking the very first airplane trip of their lives. Whatever the story turns out to be, I gotta say that either one of them sounds pretty good. Now, let's talk about a little something we noticed that happened in both the Peppa movie teaser and the Bluey movie teaser. Only the main sibling duos showed up, without parents or any other relatives. On one side, we can see Peppa and George, while on the other side, it's just Bluey and Bingo, and also a red balloon, which is the exact same one that had already appeared in the Keepy Uppy episode. This makes it clear that even though other characters like parents and grandparents will probably show up in both movies, the central story is really going to focus on the protagonists of both series, Bluey and Peppa, and on their two younger siblings, who are practically as famous and beloved as the two girls themselves. So we can be absolutely sure that in both one movie and the other, the two duos will go through tons of fun moments and adventures together. However, in the case of the Peppa movie, there will also be, as we already mentioned, the involvement of the Pig family's third daughter, Evie, which starts raising suspicions that maybe in the Bluey movie, just to compete with Peppa Pig's reality, they might also show, who knows, that Chili is pregnant with a third pup that will be born at some point in Season 4 of the Bluey series. That's because, unlike the Peppa series, where episodes have been coming out for over 20 years and time basically doesn't pass, in the Bluey series, time not only passes and the characters grow up, but we can also see moments from the characters' futures and what they look like when they're adults and have their own little pups. That way, we would have both a trio of little pig siblings as well as a trio of little dog siblings in each of the series, which would prove that the two animated series are truly the biggest competitors to each other in the animation world.
We've reached the end of this video, but if you like having your mind blown, this is the right place. That's why we left 2 really good videos for you to click, watch, and best of all, stay with us.